My name is Kendall Lee. I'm a neurosurgeon, and about a year ago, I took over as the MD PhD director. And I'm so thankful to Dr. Halyard and Barbara for inviting me to speak. You know, this is something that I've been looking forward to ever since you invited me to speak about this. So, why diversity? Why diversity? I was at a meeting which it was sort of a secret meeting, military. You know, there was a lot of generals there, I remember, CEOs of big companies. And this question came up, why diversity? And there was a very interesting answer that was given. Now, these are just birds, and this is what's called emergence. How many of you in the audience have heard of complex emergence? Oh, wonderful, a few. So emergence, this is a whole new area of science that's now coming about, mostly first from economics fields where people won Nobel Prize on understanding this. I, as a neurosurgeon, PhD in neuroscience, think about this in the brain. And in the universe, there's actually only one thing that is known as the complex emergence, and that is our consciousness. And the reason why this is important is because the concept of emergence has a lot to do with diversity. Emergence is where when you go from the physics of the atoms, subatomic particles, to chemistry, it's where that phase transition happens. And from chemistry to biology, where you go into cells. And from cells to tissue to organ systems, and of course the organ system to the individual. But that emergence goes on beyond that into communities, into cities and state, country, and of course Earth and beyond. What is important in that process of magic happening is diversity. At that meeting that I told you about, the speaker asked the question, why is it that nature has males and females? Other than the obvious reason. But if you look at this slide, mitosis actually is far less energy costing. So if you look at nature, it would have been much simpler, cost much less energy to simply divide and not have this process of sexual diversity that we do, male and female. And the reason is because of meiosis, that process that all of us learned in general biology. The process that it takes a cell to now divide requires two things. It requires a gamete, where a gene from a mother and father now must recombine to create additional diversity. And that's why all of us are here, and look at the diversity.